In an industry stuffed with marketing bullshit, empty promises, and shiny-suited liars, one woman's had enough. She knows what it's like to have the wrong clients, no money, and no time for fun. But she also knows how to fix it. And on the Business for Superheroes show, she promises to tell the down and dirty truth about business, sales, and running away with the circus. Here's your host, Vicky Fraser.
Hello and welcome to the Business for Superheroes show. I'm exhausted and this is my husband Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, Vic?
I've been up for, I think, 36 hours now.
Nice.
And all I've eaten since about 6 o'clock this morning is a couple of Tunnock's tea cakes.
They weren't as good as I thought they were going to be.
Oh, did you put them all in your mouth at once? Like an entire one all at once?
No.
Because that was really good.
I haven't had one for years, and I'm sure they were nicer in my childhood.
Oh, I think you needed to just
cram
stuff one into your mouth all in one go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think everything looks a bit kind of jagged and sparkly around the edges.
Why have you been up so long? Why haven't you been to bed?
Well, because I landed at Manchester Airport at just before 7 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Having got up in Cleveland at, well, it would be 11 a.m. our time yesterday.
Right.
And so I flew, oh my God. And I thought I was still gonna be in America actually now because my stupid fucking gadgets pinged up yesterday at 10:30 in the morning, pinged up at me, your flight from Cleveland Hopkins Airport leaves in 30 minutes, whereupon I started spinning around the room just going, fuck no, what? Because at this point I was still, doing stuff.
So why, what?
Because my flight was at 3:05 p.m. Cleveland time, only all of my gadgets decided that it was 3:05 p.m. UK time.
That's not fair.
This is not fair. It was really not good. Really not good. It was thoroughly alarming, in fact. I thought I was going to be like, it was.
Did your gadgets not realise that you weren't actually in the UK?
No, they did. That's the weird thing because they were, my gadgets were showing, local time.
Oh, that's really not fair.
I know.
There's a setting gone wrong there somewhere.
Something had gone wrong. Yeah, I was just like, going to bloody sue Apple for,
Just panic.
Just panic.
I'm not sure what that's worth, but it's quite a lot, it sounds.
It's at least worth a free iPad Pro, I think.
Well, yes.
But I think that's kind of...
Good luck with that.
That's what I want at the moment. Anyway, so yeah, I've just got back. Virgin Atlantic is ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only in cattle class, but it was just lovely, really plushy and comfortable.
Treated nicely. Toys to play with.
As much gin and tonic as I could drink.
Jesus, no wonder you're a mess.
No, I drove home this morning. I have not been drinking this morning. Yeah, there was just really unlimited movies, pretty much, like 80 odd movies.
Cool.
And on the way out there, I love long travel. I didn't get anything done on the way back because it was like a night flight, but on the way there, I watched 2 movies, an episode of Big Bang Theory, read the vast majority of a Dan Kennedy book, wrote 3/4 of my freebie newsletter, and wrote a couple of emails.
Cool.
All in that one flight.
You should spend more time flying.
I should. It's quite an expensive way to be productive, but tiring as well. So, and if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be flying business class, which I've never done. I didn't get upgraded either.
Oh.
I know. I looked smart and everything on the way there. They didn't
shame.
upgrade me. So yeah, that was really, really cool. And the reason I was schlepping all the way to Cleveland, which
Cleveland, Ohio,
frankly is not the tourist destination, really, was to see the amazing Dan Kennedy, the legendary Dan Kennedy.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say, who?
Dan Kennedy is a multi-millionaire marketing and business expert. He's been doing...
Is he like a TV evangelist?
No.
Does he have a shiny suit?
No. He's he's the professor of harsh reality, but he basically does what I hesitate to say he does what I do because clearly, I am not in the same.
Where are our millions?
I'm not
please supply millions.
Not in the same league as Dan Kennedy, but I'm planning on being Dan Kennedy one day.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a multimillionaire. He owns a Rolls Royce that used to be owned by Dean Martin.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's quite classy.
It's really classy, along with a bunch of other nice cars. The only reason he owns it is because he's a massive fan of the Rat Pack. So basically, if you ask him about any music that happened after Frank Sinatra died, he's got no clue. Which I thoroughly approve of because you know how I love that era.
Yeah.
So he's got this car that used to be owned by Dean Martin, and he's got a fleet of harness racing horses, standard bred horses, which he actually does harness racing on, and he took us to see a harness race on the Saturday night, which was really interesting.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. We had dinner with him and at the casino. Yeah, it was really, really
So apart from drinking gin and going to horse racing, why Cleveland, Ohio?
Because there's so many lessons to be learned. It's Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where Dan lives, and Dan arranges his life around what's convenient for him. And when you have, several million quid in the bank, you can do whatever the fuck you want, basically.
Okay.
Well, kind of business-wise, within reason. It's like he's not going to fly halfway across the world to do an event for us. We fly to him. And his consulting clients will pay him $18,000 for a day with him. And he makes it really bloody difficult. So you'll fly all the way to Cleveland. You'll stay in what's apparently a crappy hotel because it's 5 minutes from where he lives. He sends a car for you, and then he hoofs you out at 4 p.m. because if he's harness racing that day, he needs to be at the track by 5 p.m. So he's built his business around his life. And a lesson here for everybody listening, including myself, is that he did all this way before he could afford to. And he actually said that to us. It's like when I first arranged things around myself to make it awkward for other people and to suit me, he's like, I wasn't a millionaire back then. I just decided that was the way I was going to do things, and I did it.
I guess yeah, that's nice.
You lay down your rules.
It's a fair chunk of confidence, but that's cool.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the thing is, that's kind of the biggest thing that I took away from this 2 days for me and my business personally was, you don't wait around to be given permission to do something, to be big enough, to be clever enough, to be whatever enough. You just do it, so. That's
the way it's going to be from then on.
Yeah.
It's I guess, your business is there to fund and supply and give you the lifestyle that you wish.
Yeah.
If your business is actively destroying your lifestyle and doing you harm, and, then that's not the way to That's not the way to run your business.
No, absolutely not. And, I will get loads of objections. Loads of people listening will be like, I couldn't possibly do that. And it's like, you could. And the only thing stopping you is shitty excuses.
Yeah, the feeling you've got right now of...
Yeah. And, I will get loads of pushback from people on that. I've even had pushback from people in my inner circle. It's like, it's easy for you to say that. Yeah, you know what? It is easy for me to say that. It's not easy to do, but... there are people out there that are living proof that it's possible.
Yeah, who was it that joined your inner circle and now has Fridays off or something?
Oh, no, that was Louise. She came to the workshop I did.
Yes.
And has my book and does all sorts of things. Hi, Louise. And yeah, so she's arranged her business so that she now doesn't work on Fridays.
Sounds awesome.
And I remember her telling me that she got somebody being really pissy with her. I think it was like a competitor or something. They're like, oh, you can't do that. And it's just like, so you feel bad basically because you work more than you want to and she doesn't. It's like, suck it up, dude. Change things.
Yeah, change things. I'm just going to point out that there's a somewhat sleepy wasp heading towards you.
Oh my god, there is actually a giant wasp heading towards me.
It's not very giant, but it is wombling its way over here.
We're going to take a brief hiatus and we'll be back shortly.
While we wake up a cat to deal with this. And
we're back in the room.
Wasp is gone.
Wasp is gone. I've got no idea what we're talking about now.
Arranging your life to suit arranging your business to suit your life.
Yes.
Not the other way around.
And many, many, many other things as well. Far too many to go into in just this podcast. But one of the I just want to kind of quickly explain the format of the event and why I went over there, because it was not cheap.
No.
And it was not convenient. And I had an amazing few days, but my God, I'm tired now.
Yeah.
So, the format of the event was that it started, oh my God, by the way, it started at 7 o'clock each morning and pretty much went on until after dinner. And it was like a full on. It's like if you want to go pee, you run, because that's the way Dan does stuff. But it was amazing, and so you need a couple of days afterwards to kind of take it all in. And so I didn't do anything yesterday. I'm not done anything today, and I'm not doing any client work tomorrow. Just doing bits and pieces because I just want to kind of get my head in. Process and think. Yeah, but the format was kind of, Dan started off with a presentation on each day, and which in itself was, he's been at this for 40 years and he's been making business owners into millionaires and billionaires for 40 years now. And just, you can ask him anything and he's just got like an answer like that, like an anecdote, like a piece of advice. And it's not like, when you talk to some experts and, especially people with less experience, and they have to think a little bit before, before they come up with an answer. He's just like, no, it's just there in his head because it's that instinctive to him. It's just that, that's just the way he thinks. So, that in itself was really valuable. And then he had a dangerous dialogue with John, who is my mentor, the Evil Bald Genius, and they were kind of backwards and forwards, question and answer, which was also really, really valuable. And yeah, then hot seats. So, some people were just there to watch the whole thing. And some people like me had paid extra for a hot seat, which basically meant that I filled in a questionnaire and then sat up in front of the whole room with Dan and had to, say who I was.
Justify your business.
Yeah. It was really funny because he was like, is pole dancing the same thing in the UK as it is over here? And I was like, yeah. And he's just like, right. And that was like part of because, we have to, what's our background and everything. And it's like, that's part of what makes me different is, my circus stuff. So, but that was really funny. But yeah, it was basically, I am where he was 40 years ago, probably.
Right.
And I love what I do. I get really excited over the whole, putting together a campaign and figuring out what will make people money and, all of that kind of thing. And he's exactly the same. He kind of lives and breathes what he does. So it's not like I'm not just kind of, I want to arrange my business around my life, but I'm always thinking about it because it fascinates me because I am fascinated by what I do, which I think probably comes across when I talk to people because it's psychology. It's interesting. So anyway, he had me up there and he was just like, and I'd said,
that was a descriptive number of mumbles there.
Yeah, that's basically what I did when I was up there. And he was just like, well, you can, I need to look through my notes again because, well, I need to listen to the hot seat again many times. But I got some incredibly valuable stuff, including an incredibly valuable gift from him that I can't really disclose because it was, something that he gave to me. But what he gave, you've seen it, haven't you? What he gave to me was just mind-blowingly generous.
Yes.
Because it's going to make a massive difference to the way I conduct my business. So that was really, really exciting. And just loads of kind of confidence boosting, as well as like practical hard ideas, but just confidence boosting stuff like, well, what are you waiting for? And
nobody's going to give you permission, just do it.
Yeah. And so, and just listening to other people's hot seats as well was phenomenal. So it's just like, not just for me and my business, but for all of my clients' businesses as well. Just ideas that come out of it and, stuff that, and he was incredibly generous with his resources as well. Like some people got given packages of stuff. Oh, it's just amazing. It was just amazing. The whole couple of days. And not only that, but the stuff that goes on outside of the actual event as well. So the dinners and talking to people and chatting and the connections that you make. And, most of the people there were people that I already know very well and who are friends, but there were new people as well that I got to know better. And I've got a really exciting opportunity on the horizon with, hopefully with Kevin and Vicky. Hi, Kevin and Vicky.
Hello.
And yeah, so that could be very, very exciting because our businesses slot together very well in terms of referrals and cross referrals and things. And
nice.
So that's going to be very exciting. I'm really excited about that. And so yeah, it's just been amazing, really amazing.
So, general principles then. What are we saying to these fine people listening to us?
If you get the chance to do stuff like this, jump on it. This is Dan Kennedy. I schlepped halfway across the world to sit in a room and be knackered, basically, for the better part of a week. And it was, it was an amazing investment in myself and my business.
I think that's key, isn't it? It's, Dan Kennedy might not be the person for our listener.
No.
But the principle of, continuously developing yourself and continuously soaking yourself in new thoughts and ideas and maybe markets. And
building connections.
Building the connections.
Yeah.
Spending time on your business rather than spending time
in your business.
Sort of supplying whatever it is that you supply to people.
Yeah. Yeah, self-development is so incredibly important, and it is not to be, and I mean, we've talked about this before. We talked about last week why free is for idiots. And, it really is. You do not, if I'd gone all the way over there on somebody else's dime and at no inconvenience to myself.
You just sat there doodling with your feet up.
I might not have sat there doodling with my feet up, but I would not have got out of it what I have, and I wouldn't have come back with the same determination to make it really worthwhile. Because you get out of this stuff what you put in, and you can make guarantees as to I will always deliver on time, I will always do my best to do this, that and the other. You can't ever guarantee other people's results because there are too many variables, particularly with this. Dan Kennedy can't do anything about it if I come home and do naff all with what I've learned. And
results would be zero.
Exactly, and it's the same with the people who are in my superheroes crew who borrow my brain. So I can show you how to do stuff. I can show you how and give you ideas. I can push you in the right direction. But unless you're paying me to put a campaign together, I can't guarantee it. And even then, Yeah,
the results aren't guaranteed.
No, because I can't control often your sales process after the mail's gone out. If your telesales people are shite, then that's nothing to do with me. And
if I generate 1,000 phone calls a day and you don't answer any of them, then that's that.
Exactly. So, and there's a lesson there as well that you can always guarantee stuff. Never, if you're a service deliverer like me, never guarantee results because you can't do that. You can't do it. But there is always other stuff that you can guarantee, and you should. Just a quick lesson there. But yeah, it was just amazing. It was really, really just mind-blowingly good.
With all of the words.
With all of the words. I'm so tired. It's not the last time I'm going to be talking to Dan Kennedy either.
Excellent.
Yeah, but that's a secret. So.
Secret.
Don't
tell anybody.
So that's really cool. And yeah, I don't know. What else should I say?
I think we should. Chink our glasses and.
Call this a short one.
Call this a short one. Yeah, you're knackered.
With a brief waspy interlude. Oh, one thing I did do though is I slightly sporadically, because I had no idea what time it was or where I was or what I was doing while I was over there. I was still writing my daily emails. Mm-hmm. I think I might have missed a day, but I think that's because there was a weird time zone thing. But yeah, I mean, I got my daily emails out every day, and I came back to find that I have a new member of my superheroes.
Yay!
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Welcome. And also came back to find that somebody had, booked a Borrow My Brain session with me.
They're always fun.
Brand new person. I love doing those, yeah. Brand new person. So, that's, again, that's the testament of just doing stuff, getting stuff done consistently every day.
Yeah. It would have been really easy to say, I'll be back in a week, folks.
Yeah. And if I'd done that, I might not have these 2 new clients.
Yeah.
So, crazy stuff. And, this is all about building relationships. It's all about persuasion. It's all about just getting stuff done, being valuable, giving loads of value. And the more you charge, the more value you can give.
Yes.
That's a really good point to make as well. I'm making lots of random points.
Yes, random points. Throw them all at the wall. Something will stick.
Yeah, and be productive as well. I've got one of my favourite books is Dan Kennedy's No BS Time Management for Entrepreneurs, which basically lays out, how he gets so much done. And it's basically like nobody interrupts him ever.
Well, one of the things I discovered, the only way to communicate with Dan Kennedy, this is a few days before you went out, because you were filling in your questionnaire and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The only way to communicate with him is by fax.
Yeah, which is bonkers.
I was like, what? Are you kidding? You got to fax this guy?
Yeah.
And it's just deliberately awkward.
Yeah.
He will not be interrupted when he's working. He will not be interrupted.
He does not have an email account for himself. That's
incredible.
His PA does. He does not answer the phone. He said, I think there's 6 people on the planet that have his phone number. And I don't think he has a mobile.
That is, I think that's quite cool.
It is quite cool because like there'll be people out there being like, "Rah, how does he?" Rah? And it's like he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
it works.
People come to him.
And I'm not for a second saying that you ditch all your gadgets. I'm certainly not going to ditch all of my gadgets, but they do make it incredibly difficult to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Even when you're disciplined about it, they're always there. So if you can get to the point where you have a Vicky, because Dan's got another lady called Vicky who is awesomely entertaining. Met her while she was there, but she fields everything. So once a week she packages all his faxes, all his letters, all his everything up into a box, all his emails, sends it to him, FedExes it to him. She lives at the other end of the country, and he deals with it once a week. But he does deal with everything. Like he will answer letters, he will talk to people, he will, when he notices something that he thinks one of his clients or one of his own kind of circle of mentor people would like, he will send it to them. If he sees that one of his mentees has done something amazing or has been in the press, he will clip it and send it to them with a little note of congratulations. This is the stuff that he spends his time on, and this is the way that he has built this multi-million-pound business.
I guess without incessant phone calls and tweeting and emails and interruptions and things, I guess he has quite a lot of headspace.
Yeah, he does.
To think.
Yeah.
Must be quite nice.
It must, and it's kind of changed the entire way that I look at my business, because I'm not willing to let go of that much of my stuff, because a lot of what I do certainly with my superheroes is I am there for them. But, I still don't answer stuff when it comes in immediately. I check my emails twice a day. I think I'm probably going to change that to once a day from now, because nothing is so urgent that it has to be answered immediately. And everybody who is listening to this, I strongly urge you to do the same, because, unless something is on fire, it's not that urgent. And I'm looking at you right now, Joe, because because I could not cope with the way that you work. Jesus. I'm not going to go into details, but we had a conversation earlier that just had me just bashing my head on the wall. Yeah. It's just like, really? So, anyway, right. So, next week, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
Next week, we're talking about stress.
Yeah, we are. We're going to talk about stress, because I had a shocking couple of months.
I think, small business owners feel a lot of strain, a lot of stress.
And I hear a lot of them say, "Oh, I'm just a bit stressed." There's no such thing as just a bit stressed. It kills people. So we're going to talk about that next week.
Okay.
Because it's really important.
Sounds good. Hey, I had my first semi-sleepless night the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? You didn't tell me.
Well,
you tell me now?
No, well, sorry. It was the night I had to go up to a customer.
Oh, you did tell me, yeah.
And it was a long drive, and I wasn't looking forward to it. And I woke up at about 2:00 in the morning, and then stayed awake until I got out of bed and went and got in my car.
Well, that sucks.
Drove 300 miles to a meeting.
That sucks.
Yeah. Sucked.
Is it because I wasn't there?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm going to blame you.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. So, call to action. You can't, you can borrow my brain, but you have to be on my email list if you want to borrow my brain, because it's the only way you found out about the very limited slots, because they're not just available anymore. They're only available for a couple of days a month, because basically it was just really disruptive for me to be like, oh, I've got like 6 borrow my brain slots scattered throughout the month. That's not helpful for me. So I've changed that up.
So if you're not on mailing list by now, I mean, you really should be.
Yeah, you should be. The borrow my brain thing is one of the most valuable things that I can do for you. Short of you, joining the superheroes or paying me a shitload of money to write your copy for you. And by the way, if you want to pay me a shitload of money to write your copy for you, join my waiting list, because I will make you money. Yeah. I will make you a lot of money. It's like found money. It's like, you pay me, I will find you lots of money.
But it won't happen next week, because fully booked.
Oh, God, yeah. Or you can join the Inner Circle right now, which is businessforsuperheroes.com/Inner Circle.
Good option.
Yeah. And you should.
That way you get taught and advice and help.
Yeah, you
Support.
do. Yeah, and you get challenges. And I'm really proud, by the way, of all of my superheroes who have entered the March challenge. And that's still quite a small proportion of my superheroes. So superheroes, if you're listening, you've all got the March Chronicle. You've all got the March newsletter. Read the challenge page and do it. I'm not even kidding about this, because it's going to be one of the most valuable things that you do this year. And next month's newsletter, you'll find out exactly why you should have done this in great detail. And the winner, by the way, doesn't just get a book, although you will get the book that I'm reading, because I'm still doing that. But you'll get a I can't even remember what I promised now. I'm very tired. I think I promised another bar on my brain slot, which is 250 quid plus VAT. Not to be sniffed at.
Not to be sniffed at.
The winner will get that, and I will choose the winner because I am the queen of my world.
Okay.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yes, let's do that.
Thanks, Joe.
No worries.
And we'll see you guys same time next week.
Bye-bye.
Like what you've just heard? Tell your colleagues, tell your friends, send them to www.businessforsuperheroes.com/podcast.